Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So we're going to be making this bag today, so please stay tuned to the end so you can learn how to make it. So to begin, we're going to be needing a fishing line. I'm using a 0.7 mm fishing line. You're going to be needing your magnetic hook as well, your scissors and your beads. So this is a 0.8 mm sugar beads in black. I also use this knitting pin to pick out my fishing line when it gets stuck. It's optional though. So sorry guys, I have cold, so pardon my voice. So to begin, you're going to pick up 4 beads and string it on one end of our fishing line. As usual, like I always say, we have two ends of the fishing line, so I'm going to be calling one left and one right. So once I've string it into the left side, I'll pick up the right side of the fishing line and I'll pass it through, make sure it's equal, and then I pull down. Okay, once that is done, now I'll pick up 3 beads and string one on the right, one on the left, and use one to cross. If you're familiar with bead making, this process should be very easy for you. And I'll cross it into the last one, make sure my fishing line is equal again, and then I pull down. So we'll repeat what we just did now by picking up 3 beads again, and one on the right, one on the left, and one to cross. Yeah, so we're going to keep repeating this process until you get your desired length by picking up 3 beads, one on the right, one on the left, and one to cross. So I'm going to do this until I get to, I think, the 11th one, because the 12th one will be different. I'm done now. So I have 11, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, right? So for the 12th one, that will help us to turn. I'm not going to be putting one on each side anymore. This time I'll pick up my left fishing line and I'll fix all 3 beads on that left fishing line, like so. Then I'll cross with the other end of my fishing line, the right side. I'll pull down. Once that is done, and you notice that your fishing line has ended at the side, okay? The fishing line is by the side now. So that will help us to build our bag further. To continue, I'll pick up 3 beads on and string it on my left fishing line. This is we're starting a new row now. So I'll pick up my right fishing line and cross it in. To continue, I'll pick up my right fishing line and pass it into the next bead. So one fishing line is meant for passing, and the other fishing line is meant for should I say picking, stringing our beads into it. We'll string our beads into one fishing line and we'll pass with the other fishing line. So I've passed my right fishing line. Now pick up my left fishing line. I'll pick up 2 beads and I'll string it into that left fishing line. And I'll cross my right fishing line into the second bead. Once I've done that again, I'll pass my right fishing line into the next bead. Pass it into the next bead. And I'll repeat what I just did now by picking up 2 beads, fixing it on my left fishing line, and crossing with the right fishing line into the second bead. Like that. We'll continue again by repeating the same process of passing our right fishing line into the next bead, picking up 2 beads, and we'll string it into the left fishing line and cross to the right. So I'm going to continue this process until you get to the last bead. So I'm going to do that and I'll show you what next to do. Okay, we're at this point now. Now I'm going to pass my right fishing line into the last bead like we've been doing, but this time instead of passing my beads into the left fishing line, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pass my bead into that same right fishing line. This will help us to turn so we can start our third row. Like I said, if you're familiar with bead bag making, this should be very easy for you. Even as a beginner, it's quite easy as well. So now I'm just going to flip my work. We have 2 rows. I'm just going to flip it like this. Like I always say, I prefer to work from left to right. So we're going to continue by making our third row now. By picking up 3 beads, we're going to repeat exactly the same thing we did when we were making our second row. I'll pick up 3 beads, fix it into my left fishing line, and cross with the third one. Like that. To continue, I'm going to pass my right fishing line into the next bead. Passing it into the next bead, and I'll pick up 2 beads and string it into my left fishing line and cross. Like that. You pick up your left fishing line, take 2 beads and fix it into that left fishing line. We're going to cross it. So we're going to repeat the same thing again. Pass my right fishing line into the next bead. Bead bag making is mostly a repetitive process. You just keep repeating the same thing until you get what you want. So I'm going to pick up 2 beads and string it on my left fishing line. Like that. Cross to the right one. Like that. So we're going to be repeating the same process until we get to that end. I'll show you one more time how to do that end, like that. So we're here now. We're going to pass our right fishing line into the next bead like we did, like we've been doing. Then with that same right fishing line, that's what we're going to be fixing our beads into. I'll pick up 2 beads and fix it into the right fishing line and cross to the left. This will help us to turn to make our 4th row. So with this now, I'm sure you know how to weave your bag or your mat. So I'm just going to continue for 2 more rows. That will be the base of my bag. I'm going to continue for that row, and I'll do that and show you what next to do. Okay, this is where we are now. 1 2 3 4 5. I have 5 rows in total for my base, the base of my bag. You can do as many rows as you want for the base of your bag. It's not a must you must do 5. You can do less, you can do more. So to continue, we're going to start making the sides of our bag now, but it's still going to be the same repetitive process. We're going to pick up 3 beads and string it into our left fishing line and cross to the right one. Then I'll pick up 2 beads again. I'll pass my fishing line into the next bead, my right fishing line into the next bead. And then I'll pick up 2 beads and string it into my left fishing line and cross to the right, just like we've been doing. As you can see, and I'll repeat the same thing I just did now. I pass my fishing line into the next bead, like that, and I'll pick up 2 beads and fix it into my left fishing line. Exactly like that. And I'll cross with the right one. So we're going to be repeating the same process all around. As you can see, I'm doing the exact same thing again. I'm picking up 2 beads and fixing it on my left fishing line. So I'm going to be repeating the same process all round until we get to the very spot that we started from. So I'm going to do that and I'll show you what next to do. Before then, I'm going to finish this fishing line, start with a fresh one, then I'll show you what next to do. So I'm just going to pass my fishing line and start with a new one. So I've passed it now. So what I'll do now is I'm going to insert a new fishing line and I'm going to continue. So to start the new fishing line, you're going to fix it at the last bead which you inserted, then the next bead that follows it. Always make sure your fishing line is equal. Then to continue, I'll just pick up 2 beads and fix it on my left fishing line and cross to the right like we've been doing. I'm going to continue now, repeating the same process again. Pick up 2 beads, string it on my left fishing line and cross to the right. Okay, we're almost done with that line. Fix it into the next bead. Pick up 2 beads, string it on my left fishing line and cross to the right. So now to make this last one, there's a difference from what we've been doing. You know, before when we're making the beads, when we get to the last one, we always fix our beads into the right fishing line, right? But this time, because we're trying to go around the body of the beads, we're going to continue the same process by fixing it on our left fishing line and crossing with the right. Okay, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Because I'm trying to go around. So now I'm going to pass my fishing line into the next bead and we're going to keep going round and round like that until we get to that very spot which we started. Okay, and I'll do that and show you. Okay, this is where we are now. So to complete that first row, you're going to pass your fishing line into the last bead you have there and the first bead you ever inserted, which is the one just directly beside it. Once you have done that, you're just going to pick up just 1 bead. We're going to cross both ends of our fishing line into that 1 bead. And that will help us to complete our first row. As you can see, can you see that? You should have something like this if you follow the same process. So to continue now, I'll pick up 3 beads and string it on my left fishing line and cross to the right. We're starting our second step. 3 beads, cross to the right one through the 3rd bead and pull down. The next step, I'll pass my right fishing line into the next bead, into the next bead like that. And then I'll pick up 2 beads, string it on my left fishing line and cross to the right. So we're going to be repeating the same process until we're done with the body of our bag. I'm going to keep repeating the same thing and I'll show you what next to do once I'm done with the body. Okay, like I said, the same process, just keep passing and fixing 2 beads until you're done. Okay, here we are now. We are done with the sides of our bag. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 by that side and 12 in front, 12 at the back. The height of the bag is 9 and the sides is 5. I'm going to be making the cover of the bag now. So my fishing line ended at that point. I'm just going to pass it like you said. I just passed it so I could get to the end point and I can start making my cover. So to begin, I'm just going to pick up 3 beads and fix it on my left fishing line, just like we've been doing, and we'll cross to the right one. So to continue again, I'll pass my right fishing line into the next bead, and I'll pick up 2 beads, string it on my left fishing line and cross to the right. To continue again, I'll repeat the same process by passing my fishing line into the next bead, and I'll pick up 2 beads, string it on my left and cross with the right bead. You can see I picked up 2 beads, fixing it on my left fishing line. Now I'll pull and cross to the right. So I'm going to continue the same process until I'm done with the cover of my bag. Remember that when we get to the last part, for you to turn, you're going to pass your bead into the right fishing line, so you can turn to start the next step, like I'm showing you right here. So once I pass my fishing line into that last bead, I'm going to fix my beads on that same right fishing line. Okay, that will enable me to turn to make the next step. If you could remember, that's exactly the same process we did when we started making our bag. Okay, if you don't understand any part, you can always go take the video back and start all over. So please, for watching the video to this point, please be a dear, help me subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up. By subscribing and giving this video a thumbs up helps the algorithm to share the video to more people. So please just be kind enough to please help me subscribe and like. Thank you so much. So I'm going to continue this process until I get the desired length of my cover. So I'm going to do that and I'll show you what next to do. Here we are now. I'm done with the cover of the bag. I made 9 in total. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 in total, and by the size, remember we have 5. So I'm going to fold the bag. I'll start from the down part. I'll fold it like so. Then after that, I'm going to count 5 because by the sides we have 5. So I'll count 5. 1 2 3 4 5, and I'll fold it at that point as well. So as you can see, our cover is done. Well, the next step is to fix my magnetic hook. I already have a video on my channel on how to fix this. I'm going to link it in the description box. Please do well to watch it. The next step now is to fix our handle. I already made the handle off camera because I have a video on how to make handle as well. I'm going to show you how to attach it to the bag. I also have a video on how to attach this type of handle, but I'm just going to repeat it here. So to start, I'm just going to straighten out my cover just so I'll have enough room to fix the handle, and I'll fold back when I'm done. Let's pick up my fishing line and fix it into 1 bead on the end of the handle. Then I'll pick up 1 bead, fix it into one end of my fishing line. Then I'm going to pass it through the middle bead of that. We have 5 on our sides. I'll just pass it into 1 bead by the side. I'll pick up 1 more bead again and cross both ends of my fishing line into it. Once you're done, just make sure your fishing line is equal, and then you pull. So you should have something like this. If you notice, my handle is out of the bag. It's not sitting inside, it's sitting outside. Okay, so I'm going to pass my fishing line into the next bead on the handle. I'm so sorry, my nose is blocked at this point. I'm just trying so hard to finish this voice notes. Okay, I'm just going to loop in the 3rd bead instead of crossing. Just looping in that 3rd bead right there. I'm going to pass my right fishing line into it and pull just to make our bag firm. Once I've secured that, I'll pass my right fishing line again into the next bead on the handle. Just another reminder for you to please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much. I'll pick up 2 beads and string it on my left fishing line. Yeah, and I'll cross to the right one. So I'm looping it here again as well. That is done. Repeat the same process again. I'll pass my right fishing line into the next bead. Pass it into the next bead. Then I'll pick up 2 beads and fix it on my left fishing line. Cross to the right one through the second bead. Cross it in. I think I forgot to loop at this point. As you can see, those 2 beads I'm pointing at, we're going to pass our fishing line into it. That is the last bead on the handle and the next bead right beside it. Once we've done that successfully, we're going to just pick up just 1 bead. We're going to cross both ends of our fishing line into it. In my case, I'm going to be looping it in. Pull very tight. So to continue now, I'm going to pass my fishing line into that bead, the one on the body. I'm going to pass my left fishing line into the first bead right there on the body of the bag. Pull it out, then pick up 2 beads and fix it on my right fishing line. Cross it. Hold on, make sure you're pulling tightly as you're going. So now I'm going to pass my fishing line again into the next bead, which is that one right there. I'll pick up 2 beads again and string it on my right fishing line and cross to the left fishing line. I'm just trying to show you here that a bead can be the same size but have different size of holes. As you can see, this bead is the same 8mm, but the holes are different. So you should know the kind of fishing line you use. It will depend on the hole of your bead. So I picked up 2 beads now and I'm just fixing it into my fishing line. Now I'm looping it in. So to continue, I'll pass my fishing line into the next bead right there. I'm working with 2 sets of ring of 4, the first one and the second one. Yeah. So I'm going to pass the fishing line into that bead. Okay, once I've done that, I'm going to pick up 2 beads and I'll string it into my fishing line. And I'll cross it in. So because my the holes of my beads are different, I had to use 2 different sizes of fishing line I used both the 0.7 and the 0.6. I'm passing my fishing line again into the next bead. The bead with the smaller hole is more on the handle, so I'm using a 0.6 mm for this part. I'm passing 2 beads into it and stringing. And sorry, no, the beads are not from the same pack. They're not from one pack. It's 2 different packs. I had some leftover and I bought another pack, so they have 2 different sizes of holes. Okay, so to complete that part, I'm going to pass my fishing line into the last 2 beads. Once I've passed that, now we're just going to pick up just 1 bead, and I'm going to fix it into my fishing line and cross with it. Cross both ends of my fishing line into it. Like so. So to continue, I'll pass my fishing line into the next 2 beads on the body of the handle. Yeah, that one right there and the next one. Okay, don't be confused. Once you're making your handle, everything will just fall into place. So once that is secure, I'll pick up 1 more bead again to close up that ring. Just going to loop it in, and voila, that is that. So to secure our handle, I'm going to pass my fishing line. I'm going to weave it in, but first I'm going to connect it into the last 3 beads that are right below where we just worked on. Connect it like this and connect the other side as well. So to finish up the bag, I'm just going to weave my fishing line into the body of the bag, weave some as well into the handle. I'll repeat the same thing at this other side, and our bag is ready. Fold back my cover. Okay, I'll do that and I'll show you what next to do. This brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. This is our final result. Hope you like it. So I'll see you in our next video. Thank you so much. I love you all. Bye.